time to fix this beautiful heritage Softail Evo. Those of you who have been following the channel probably saw the video where I was riding with the dead and buried social motorcycle club that should be called the Undertakers. As you can see, for some reason it doesn't sound good. So I've basically gone on an 800k ride, absolutely faultless, put it in the garage, didn't start it for, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. Went for a ride yesterday and only was too scared to ride it far because it just did not sound right at all. So let's have a look. You would have noticed that I had a few hiccups with this beautiful machine. I've got no idea what's wrong with it, and I've had to attend to quite a few personal issues over the last couple of months. So it's literally been sitting here up on the stand. You can see, look at that, dust. Can we see that? What a tragedy. My Harley's got dust on it. You can't have that. It literally hasn't moved. I've got it on a battery tender. Now I did ring up Callum from EBT Performance Pakenham, who's a mechanic, and I did ask him for advice what to look for. He told me, but that was ages ago and I've forgotten pretty much everything he said. It can't be too hard. Well, maybe it can. It probably won't be too hard because theoretically it's going to be a spark, the petrol or the air. So that narrows it down to a few things. So let's project that this is going to be easy and let's get into it. Now the big question is, where do I even start? Well, let's see if the bike starts. That's probably the wisest place to start from. Doesn't sound good, does it? Rightio, put in the comments, what do you think that means? Smoke coming out of the carburetor. Go, baby, go. The magic of a motorcycle lift, isn't it fantastic? Our supporter gear, our merchandise, that which keeps the channel going. It's not going to save you when it slides. But gee, you're going to look cool wearing it. T-shirts, singlets, caps, stickers, patches, hoodies, beanies. T-shirts like this one with a bit of embroidery or big Larry logos. Choose what you like, support the channel and reaffirm that you've still got it. I forgot to mention, check out the exchange rate. If you're in the United States or in Europe, the Australian dollar has absolutely been decimated. So you're getting the merchandise and postage for bargain prices. Now when you're a kid, let's say you've got a toy car and it breaks, well, a lot of kids will take the time to pull their toy car apart, figure out what's gone wrong, figure out how it all works, maybe fix it if they can, etc. I was never like that. I would throw it against the wall. The only problem is this little baby is too big and too expensive to throw when it stops working. So I'm going to be forced to relive my childhood and try and fix it. When in doubt, pull everything apart. I've got a service manual, I've got YouTube, everything will be okay. Let's go.
Lately I've been going through some hard stuff. Getting knocked down, getting right back up. Only mistake I made was thinking you would have my back.
Alright, so it squirts.
That's right, now I've had enough. Your bad behavior isn't what I'm worth. No, that's right, now I've had enough. You don't see it, but I see it.
So check this out. What a horrible looking spark plug. It's black as. Where's my glasses? Oh, I don't need them. I can see that it's black. It's a dry sort of a black. So that, I think, means that the petrol mixture is going to be way too rich. Last time I looked, which wasn't that many kilometres ago, it was just an absolute perfect colour.
The joys of being a motorcyclist.
Gee, it sounds really good.
It does sound good. It also does feel, it feels a little doughy, just a little bit. Which
Okay,
makes me think too much fuel.
Okay, but hang on. Let me get the picture of the spark plugs.
Here we go.
Because I did actually take the spark plugs out and put new ones in, and that's them there.
Well, they look good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And that's why I'm stuck.
Yeah, they do look good.
So now, hopefully, this is going to be as simple a fix as turning the idle down or making it less rich and putting new spark plugs in. Let's try it. Right, so I've got new spark plugs. I've had these hanging around in anticipation of something like this happening. I don't know if those black spark plugs will actually work, but before I change them and destroy these, because they're the only ones I've got, I'm just going to see if turning the mixture screw down is going to make a difference first. And this is what's interesting about this. This ran beautifully, and I did I think it was an 800 kilometre trip. It ran beautifully, and then the next time I went to start it, I had these problems. Now, the last note that I've taken says that the mixture screw is 2 3/4 turns out. So I'm going to turn it all the way back. It's under here, so you can't really... Actually, can we see it? Let's have a look. So it's actually underneath there. There it is. I'm going to completely turn it all the way back. So that is... Something's gone wrong, because that was more than 2 3/4. So we are now completely closed, and I'm going to go all the way back to, I'm going to go... Right, so that is now 2.5. Let's see what happens. Well, interestingly, it starts easier than it did before, because that's no choke, and it has cooled down a lot. Yeah, it's cold. All right, so let's make the executive decision that the spark plugs need changing. Look at that, disgusting. So 2 disgusting spark plugs. Let's see if there's going to be any difference. Look at that, beautiful. It says put engine oil on the threads instead of probably anti-seize. How much? Let me know in the comments. Am I putting too much on? Yeah, that's too much for sure. And I have checked the gaps on these. So put in the comments, why do we put, or why does the Harley manuals say to put engine oil on the threads. Probably because, I don't know, is that going to make it easier to take in and out? And I guess the oil's just going to be burnt off, so nobody cares. If you're a mechanic, don't laugh. I've got no idea of how tight to make these without actually using a torque wrench. But I'm guessing that because of this angle, the torque's going to be wrong anyway. Fucking hell, if that's all it takes to fix it, we need a little bit more idle because there's now going to be less petrol in this mixture. So I'm assuming the idle's got to go up, and that's why it's struggling to stay working. Alright, that's better. No choke on now. It's warmed up a little bit and it seems to be idling fine. Spoiler alert, be really masculine, stick your fingers in your ears and say la 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 if you don't want to hear the result, because it's now the next day. The good old GoPro failed, so I've got to refilm the test ride. Let me tell you, the bike runs beautifully. Let's go. Bit of choke would be handy. That's a bit better. Maybe it's a bit slow, the idle. Let's turn this up a little bit. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I think it idles fine.
All that's left, somewhere in your chest, on your sweetheart hidden mist. Oh,